calm down, okay? You're making them more nervous. Look, Dale, it's going to be real easy, okay? You just got to talk about you and Stacey having triples. People eat that style. You are the heart. All we have to do is be ourselves. Well, let's not be ourselves. Ourselves is a dumpster fire. Let's be better than ourselves. Try to elevate. That's a good note. Nobody be themselves.
Oh, shit.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Brooklyn Beats. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
This dickhead been picked. Goddamn white jerseys.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took it out of their hands, having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play action. Townsend.
Yeah, that nigga had that blitz.
He goes down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Townsend. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Townsend.
Yeah, you should have caught that with your whole ass.
Through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Good punt, my nigga. Good punt.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Y'all better come get this nigga.
So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Patriot! No, check, Patriot! Hot!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Gun! Set! Blue, landed!
He'll drop to throw.
Oh, yes, sir. Ooh,
And
that nigga would have caught out of it.
Contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the
feeling
feeling
they
keep
keep
making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
What's that, bro? Slide the door, man. You come in and we smoke this blunt.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
Set! 3-19!
Looking to throw on second down. Townsend throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throw left side complete. It's Fowler. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And on the ground,
I'm talking to my homeboy right now. He down the street.
He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll go on the ground.
Yes, sir. Oh, come on, ref with the flag.
Up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Getting the sense
I'm playing like
Charles
one of my
put
leagues
big
and shit.
emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far.
Oh yeah, it's a franchise,
well, and here's the best
online
part.
franchise.
We saw about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now, John Simmons, you could just pick it on.
Off the bootleg. Townsend. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Operating from the gun. Townsend, and that's incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man there to knock it away that time.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out,
couldn't
even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Townsend, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And as a result, possession switches hands. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here.
Oh yeah, give me that block in the back. I'll take that.
Down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding one of them.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go.
Because he had holding on the first play.
Back to throw.
Oh, I should have fucking.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let me come back down on that.
45 before being tackled.
He already had his mind made up.
Pick up and it moves the chains.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll set up a throw. Finding room inside.
Oh, hell no.
That goes for a gain of 31.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And they'll run it here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go.
Now let's go. Blue, landing.
Now a handoff looking right.
Oh, my
And
God.
he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Make it 7-0.
His guys are able to strike for 6.
Might be 6-0.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking,
Yeah, he got the
the
momentum
offensive
trying to kick that field
maybe
goal.
the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys.
Man, I thought y'all was already up there, man. I'm talking about girl, I wasn't going.
Right?
If they're smart, they do.
Nigga, I can't just quit this shit, nigga. No, I can't. There ain't
Out
this
is the
one.
kickoff unit as they run up
Nigga, I'm
and
playing
send
some. This is
one
another
away.
person over there, bro.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's why you gotta have a quarterback that can run. I don't give a fuck. He can't throw it now. He's gonna get up out that pocket, though. Shit break down.
And he turns it into a nice gain.
You got Brady
So
or
from
somebody
the
like that. That
36
shit do
now,
not be
1st
working.
and 10.
Leopard, leopard.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Oh, let's go.
A nice run there, 9
Gotta go with the
yards.
clapper. I just got this
And
shit
it'll
clean.
be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yes, sir. Oh, R1.
To throw on 2nd down.
Oh,
Townsend.
square.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there.
That
It's
nigga was way
intercepted.
open.
Picked off down near the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, man,
Nigga
Brandon,
threw that
not a
shit
real
like
good
a
throw
hoe.
that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively,
This nigga
is a
was beating
dream.
this nigga
He could
about
have fair
20
caught
miles.
That was way too easy.
Man, that nigga was gone on that nigga.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Hot.
Now they try the right
Man.
side here.
Bro, I tapped it, bro.
5 yards is the tally on first
Oh, yeah, I
down.
should've
That brings
stepped
up
up. That's what I
2nd and
should've did.
5.
Partner, I think
That's
from
a
our
whole
experience
ass shit.
together, we have learned that most
That's the only
offensive
thing about having a
coordinators
weak
are gonna
ass
tell you,
quarterback.
if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Killing
And
that
he's
play.
able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Here you go, bro.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Now a handoff looking right.
Ooh, you should let me take that, Madden. I was ready for his ass. Come on now.
To the 43.
My
A
nigga's
good
taking
run there
them.
on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Yeah.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to
my
throw.
goodness.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
You take it. Oh, nigga, come on. Don't come help this nigga, man.
Before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That nigga should just goop. That's the realest one, though, because nigga try to run by you and you just motherfucking muscle that nigga.
1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback.
Oh, no. Come on, Madden. Oh, my goodness.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
That same little,
Green 39.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to find his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
He finna run a wham play.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw
Going
here.
to the flex. Oh.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people.
Oh, my goodness.
On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Off the play fake, Townsend. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete.
No, I got to stop the time.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I always want to say something. Don't know how the scheme of the game.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 15.
Fuck out of me. They should have let my nigga kept.
7 seconds left in the first half.
I ain't got no time on no fucking play. Trying to play me. So I already kick my field goal.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime.
Oh my goodness.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
I'll come back like that, right?
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Ooh, nigga, you should have caught that fat nigga.
Some pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll drop the throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Yes, sir.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Looking to throw on second down. Townsend on the slant. He gets it to Clark. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Green 39. All right, now look at 56.
Throwing on first down. Townsend airing it deep for Fowler. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nice little juke. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Flush to his right. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game.
Shut up,
but
bro.
why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Why just try to do my niggas like I ain't shit?
A lot of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter.
7 minutes, man, a quarter.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Townsend. And he's going
Come on, Sandy, folks. I think I fucking blocked.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The Bucs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Townsend. He'll rifle this
Yes,
deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last says, oh, no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe, close to let this slip away.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
He ain't coming back.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time, as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, right?
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh my, that's safe, bro.
Throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Somebody got to make a play, and it's most likely going to be whoever I'm patrolling because I ain't sure. Oh, I forgot that shit was Sim.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw.
Oh, yes, sir.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Now they try the right side here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Yeah, nigga, we breaking niggas'
backs,
backs, though.
And we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Come on, bro. Chill, bro.
On 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
No, nigga. I only play for the bread of this shit right here. How much? All right. Run it. 21 double in my crib, too. So you want to come out 10 levels. What's going on, man? Where's they low at?
Recovery. Townsend. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. And now it's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it. And if he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Townsend eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I don't even know what happened. What just happened, bro? How I got the ball back on this nigga?
Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 3rd down. Townsend. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Okay, I know it's an old line, but it still applies here. The fat lady has not sung yet. She may be warming up, but she hasn't sung yet. There's still an opportunity.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Are you trying to get on some space, my nigga?
And now back out comes the offense. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error?
Next drive,
move on. Next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series. Just
take that shit.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Get that nigga up, man. I can't touch that nigga back right now. What is that, man?
First down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Oh, shit. Thanks for going out of bounds.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they had, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
What?
He's got it complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hold on.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Man, wait for him to do his move, man.
30. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up 1st downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Let's go.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
You know how to play spades, nigga? Hold on, bro. Chill. Let me get this control. You gonna play the homie. Hey, Casey, send an invite.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Brooklyn, their good start continues as they get their record up.